Let's talk about 7 breaths. The 7 breaths exercise is an ancient exercise. It's not anything new, and yet at the same time, I doubt anybody has heard of it. 7 breaths is one of the best decision making tools that I've encountered. And what makes it particularly wonderful is how simple it is and how effective it is. 7 breaths works like this: you have a decision to make, a question. You answer that question within the span of 7 breaths. Now, what's critical here is that you use the 7 breaths. In other words, don't make your decision in 1 breath or 2 breaths. Make your decision using the 7 breaths. At the same time, don't go beyond the 7 breaths. There's not a time for an 8th or 9th breath. 7 breaths is roughly 7 seconds. And there are very few decisions that you can't make within the span of those 7 breaths. It gets you to move to the core of what you want to do, what you see as possible. It eliminates a lot of the second guessing that typically takes place. It keeps you from languishing in indecision, and it moves you to a point of action. Now, another thing that I love about 7 breaths is that 7 breaths forces you to make a decision, but it also allows you to turn around and go back. It allows you to undo the decisions you've made. Imagine you were in a maze. If you made no decisions, you moved nowhere, you'd never get out of the maze. It's a guarantee. You would stay in one spot. If you move and you make a decision to go left or right, straight, you are going to run into some dead ends, at which point you will turn around, retrace your steps to your last decision-making point, and make another decision and see where that takes you. You may retrace back 3 or 4 steps. You may go all the way back to the place you started. But you will have gone somewhere. You will have made an attempt. You will have tried. And eventually, after enough decision-making, you'll find a way through it. The point being is, so many business owners, so many people, so many individuals get stuck in a round circle, vicious circle, endless time kabobble, knitted pattern of some kind of tangled skein web where they cannot make a decision. Second guessing ourselves, asking questions 4 or 5 layers deep before we've even gone there. It ends up, for so many people, resulting in total inaction, which means the total inability to be successful. And our goal ultimately is to be successful, and however you define that, it requires movement. So, when we have a problem to solve, when we have a tough question that needs an answer, we use 7 breaths as a way to move forward.